Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play The Greatest Attorney 2 Resolve. We'll be continuing in the second case of the game, The Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. February 23rd, 9:23 a.m. The Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. If you hear my dog barking, I apologize. Oh my god, what a zoom in. Natsume, I don't want to see your face that close up. This is it then, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, it's time to put an end to this now. To the miserable curse that has been plaguing Mr. Natsume. To everything. And in my own small way, I shall do everything I can to help you. I always appreciate your help, Mr. Sato. Suffering Soseki selfishly sidelined! Oh, shut up. Ah! Good morning to you too, Mr. Natsume. Good morning? Good morning? Locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire? Listen to you two, chatting away happily as if the main player of today's trial isn't here. I purposely put my face right up in your face, like, trying to get your attention, you know? Like, am I to assume, like, he, like, literally was standing, like, inches away from my face? Naruhodo just, like, was like, I'm going to pretend that did not happen, and that you were not, like, centimeters away from almost kissing me. Oh. Why would you do that? Why? No, why would you do that, sir? The only man whose face I want up close to mine is gone. He's dead. So, no thank you. Get away from me. Oh dear. We didn't mean to cause offense, Mr. Natsume. I thought perhaps that because you had your eyes shut so tightly, you were meditating, finding inner calm, which you definitely need. It seemed wrong to disturb you. I was waiting! What's the matter, Mr. Natsume? You seem different somehow today. No, you seem the same as always. High-strung, nervous, depressed, antsy. Pick a word. Why, naturally, that's because I've attained spiritual enlightenment. The path of literature, you see, is a journey to discover one's own death. Or such like. That's the sort of morning conversation I was hoping for. That's why I had my eyes shut. I missed the signs, I'm afraid. Somehow. You'll have to forgive me. I see that window, and I just want to throw him through it. Lately, I've been saying that a lot. I don't know why, but when characters annoy me in anime and games and stuff, I've been saying that a lot. I just realized. I feel like I said that to Coco recently when we were watching something. I was like, oh, I just want to throw them through a window. Like, why am I so violent? Why do I have this inner violent tendency in me? I guess I'm just frustrated with work and stuff, so like, I'm so fed up with these people and these characters, and I'm just like, can you stop? Cease and desist. I think just throwing them through a window would just make it all stop. Oh, Just a first story window. I don't want to kill you. I just want to make you stop. I just want the pain to end. You'll just be really cut up and in pain for a bit. You won't die. It's not like I'm trying to poison you. It's not like I'm pulling the old bonk on the head that will insta-kill you like in traditional Ace Attorney and Danganronpa style. Oh, they'll die from that. Excuse me. They'll die from a bonk on the head, but they won't die from falling off a bridge. They won't die from being thrown out a window. They won't die from being hit by a car. You know, all the other ridiculous stuff that Phoenix Wright has survived. Being hit by a fire extinguisher. Crazy. That man is invulnerable. Swallowing glass. And you mustn't talk of your path leading you to death, Mr. Natsume. That was just an example. Oh yes, there it is. Inner calm. You barely came to see me at all yesterday. I was sure you'd abandon me and return to our beautiful long-lost homeland. Don't tempt me. We've not even been in Great Britain a week yet. Yes, well, anyway. Really? It's not even been a week at this point for you guys? Wow. What a long, busy week it has been for you guys. I intend to set everything straight in court today. I'm determined to uncover the truth. I've actually reached an important decision myself. Oh? What sort of decision? I shall fill you in after the trial. Alright. It would seem Mr. Holmes isn't coming today after all. It's a very clever message, I think. My dear fellows, you must win this battle on your own merits. It's a very clear message, I think. That he's overslept again. Yep. The great detective? My arch nemesis. Long may he stay away, if you ask me. Defendant, and your legal representative. The trial's about to begin. Make your way into the courtroom immediately. Today, once again, we face the Reaper. When the Reaper stands for the prosecution, the defendant's fate is sealed. But I don't believe in that legend any more than I believe in Saseki-san's curse. The truth is hidden here somewhere, and I won't let it escape me. I have to keep believing in my client and keep fighting to the very end. That's all. So I barely slept last night, so I'm very sleep deprived right now. So I'm sure my voice acting is gonna kind of suck for having to voice all these people. And if you hear awkward pauses and gaps, it's probably me yawning. So just warning ya. That's the only problem when you get migraines and you have to take Excedrin medication for it. It has caffeine, and caffeine is the enemy of sleep. So being up until 3 a.m. is a problem. So yeah. Yep, there we go. Sorry. My bad. Alright, February 23rd, 9:40 a.m. Old Bailey courtroom. But these episodes gotta be recorded, though. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make in order to progress, because I love this game. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. It just might be a short episode. Probably. Because yeah. I call upon... Yeah. Oh, Judge, no! Why? Voicing you always does this to me. Something about, your tone of voice. The register of it. Call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. Yes, you're in your Dracula pose. Love it. The prosecution is ready. Yes, the defense is ready. Very good. And now I call upon the 6 ladies and gentlemen of the jury, chosen by lot to represent the will of the people in this trial. Are you ready to proceed? Ugh, people whose voices I never remember. Stop it. Absolutely. Justice will be done. You mark my words.
I feel obliged to say I feel especially ruthless on days when my heart is sitting just right.
Oh, well, I wonder if you could adjust my heart for me, and please be as ruthless as you like. I still feel weird that she's a juror still, considering she's kind of not exactly biased, but whatever. Thieves deserve to die if you ask me. Especially gas thieves. I've no sympathy for the man at all. Look, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again now. I don't have time for this, I've got my own problems.
Oh, may the Lord show us all the light here, and lead his flock to a righteous verdict again today.
Now, Lord von Zieks, what can you tell us? The prosecution's report, please, for the court. In relation to the theory expounded by the defense yesterday regarding the defendant's tea. So, he does have the results. How much longer are you gonna delay this, bro? Before the prosecution delivers the black news about the black tea belonging to the black guard in the dock. Pray, allow me a moment to savor a liquid of a more sanguine hue. In fact, I'll defer to the good detective for the report. Here's to you, Inspector. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. As indicated by the defense, we found a bar of soap just outside the victim's window in the snow. And there was indeed a frozen reddish liquid in a little depression on the top of it. Yes, that's the tea. That's what Mr. Natsume brought with him that night. Well, the brains at the yard analysed it, and yes, you're right, it was tea. And there wasn't a trace of strychnine or any other toxic substance in it.
No poison at all. Hey! Congrats.
In other words, the tea that the defendant brought with him to the victim's room is innocent. It's in the clear. Case closed, right? Come on, man. We should be innocent. Case closed. What a revelation.
That's why you're pussyfooting around over here. I see how it is.
As I suspected. This makes it quite clear. The defendant, Mr. Seki Natsume, is... Okay. You didn't even let me finish. My learned friend is jumping to conclusions again. A typical Nipponese reaction. What I was trying to say, he's blameless here, jerk. What? Yes, it's true. No poison was found in the few drops of liquid recovered from the soap on the window ledge. But what logic is that?
Oh, come on.
Would you take a drop from the Thames and conclude that the water in the ocean isn't salty?
That's such bull because y'all before were like, all we need is that little drop. And then we would have been able to conclude it was poison, but we don't have a drop. Blah, blah, blah. And now you're saying the opposite? Oh, a drop isn't enough to conclude. Oh, you. Ooh. Ooh, you're making me real mad right now. Oh, how y'all twist your words and logic to suit whatever you want in the moment. Ooh. Typical. Typical.
My word, the water in the ocean is extremely salty, Council. Exactly. Unfit for drinking, just as the victim's tea was on the night in question, as the court has already heard. Bitter was the precise word from the lips of Mr. William Shamspeare, whom the prosecution now calls back to the stand.
His reputation, his credibility was already shot. We know he's a thief and a fraud, and you're still gonna call his lying ass on the stand? Bruh, you are so desperate, hanging on by a thread. If you had any common decency to you, you would have dropped this case already. But no, you have some stupid little pride and your little racism going on. That's why you refuse to drop this. Ooh, Van Zieks, I'm gonna smack you. Really mad right now. I I don't know. Like there's times like I feel like I don't know when, cuz sometimes with Edgeworth, like there were times when you can tell that he would realize that the person was guilty, right? And that he would kind of start working to help Phoenix. But it was usually towards the end a little bit. The end of a case. But and then there was other times where because of his position and he wasn't like high up or whatever, where I guess it's not like he could just drop the charges of his own volition. But here back then, I feel like he has more power, right? Like it's not as strict as it is in modern times. Like I feel like he could have dropped the charges. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like he has there's more wiggle room. Like if he legit realized, "Oh, once we saw that there was no poison in the tea and seeing the credibility of the victim was shot and he's a fraud and all this other stuff and put two and two together, he would have been like, no, no, this doesn't add up. I think if he genuinely was a good prosecutor, he would have been like, no, let's let this go. I know because of the way the game works, it's not going to happen. But I just wonder, like, if Edgeworth was here, if he was in his shoes, what Edgeworth would have done. Just curious if what you guys think. You know, because you know the way Edgeworth was changing along the games, how he developed into a much better prosecutor who was only after the truth, right? I'm just wondering what he would have thought of that. Or if he would have continued only because he wanted to get to the bottom of the truth and they knew sometimes that the only way to get to the truth is to continue the trial and to let the defendant continue to sit there and the trial continues so that the prosecution and defense could continue to drag the truth out into the light. sometimes I think that that's what needs to happen. Otherwise, the truth would remain buried. You know? Maybe that's what would have happened. That sucks. Because in the real world, you would hope they would drop it because it's not really up to a defense lawyer and a prosecutor to figure it out. It's up to the freaking detectives, right? The cops and the detectives are the ones who are supposed to figure stuff out. I mean, yeah, the lawyers help a little bit, but that's really not their main job. It's not. They're supposed to defend, not solve. Oh, because Phoenix is always going above and beyond. He really is. We may be playing lawyers in these games, but we're really playing detective here. That's the real truth of the thing, the heart of the matter. And we're also kind of playing forensics half the time too, you know. Um, which is why we love these games because we like solving the mystery. Should really be playing a detective game, which is what the investigation games kind of are, you know. Anyway, there I go with my little spiels, my little tangents. Very well. I will uphold the prosecution's request. Mr. Shamspeare. Yes, it sounds like we're going to have another confrontation with our theatrical friend. Bailiff, show Mr. Shamspeare to the stand. Ugh, this man. No. No. He makes me laugh, okay? But I'm so tired that, like, seeing him, I'm just. No. There's certain characters that I just react to like that, and he's one of them. Oh, I can't even remember. Who's another character in recent games that I reacted to like that? God, I don't remember. What? I'm sure you guys would remember. Who was the last character that I had like such a strong like just no like reaction to like that? I don't remember. I'm sure Sign will tell me. She has good memory like that. That every time I saw them, I was just like, ugh, no, get out of here. Oh, my memory is so bad these days. Mr. William Shamspeare, the victim of this despicable crime, who was also a perpetrator of another despicable crime. Oh, you're so extra. Oh heaven, oh hell, do you command me to remember? Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a belly full of the foul fluid given in mine innocence. God, I bet Pharaoh did a really fun job voicing him. I don't know how far him and Skinny have gotten on their playthrough, but I do want to hear like his voice for this guy. I bet it's really funny. Yes, but as was revealed in yesterday's proceedings, the witness is not as innocent as we have perhaps first been led to believe. You stole our hearts just like you stole the gas. You thief and liar. By using bars of soap such as these, he has been stealing gas from the supply company. Yes, he's smarter than he looks. One may smile and be a villain. God, how many motions have you done, sir? There's always more. Just when I thought they're done, there's always a new one. Forsooth, 'twas I, Shamspeare, did have a room full of the sweet fuel given. That's right, fellow jurors, don't forget, this man is a rotten thief. I haven't forgotten. All that about the ice coins a tighter secret, didn't you? You should have owned up sooner. He's like, man, I would have used that trick.
Arrest him, I say. Arrest him at once, and let him feel the sting in my tail.
Oh, indeed. By dint of vile and cowardly means have I plotted to further mine own ends. I confess. Yeah, he really should be arrested. Thou wouldst not pardon my sins, of that I am sure.
If you acknowledge your wrongdoing, what exactly are you doing here?
Cowards die many times before their deaths. And for cowards such as I, death be well deserved, but would it that a still greater crime passeth unpunished? For lo, the hairy-faced gentleman of farther east than Verona did contrive to poison me.
Objection!
But there was no poison in the tea found in your room. The police have attested to that.
What the defense would assert as an inconsistency will quickly be cleared up by the witness's testimony. Is that not so, Mr. Shamspeare? Verily, my liege, I would most gladly speak.
Very well. Let the witness testify to explain this inconsistency. Tell the court why it is that poison apparently entered your body, though none was found in the tea.
The Japanese man did come to my chamber with tea brewed in a pot. 'Twas in my cup alone that the wicked miscreant secretly poured his wicked poison. Whilst feigning destruction in our debate, ne'er did a drop of his own drink pass his lips.
Liar.
When he departed, by and by, I did use the tea that remained in his cup to make my coins of ice. Thus, 'tis no surprise that poison be not found in the tea I did pour into the molds of soap.
Oh, you slick mofo. So he's totally flipping it. He's saying, I drank my tea. He didn't drink his tea. I used his tea. But that's the opposite of what you said before, you liar. He totally said, I didn't drink my tea until later, blah, blah, blah. I drank it like cold or room temperature, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's such a liar, you guys. Come on. Why do they forget this stuff? Ugh. Why do they let him do that? Why do they always let the people commit perjury? Like it's no big deal. Or they're like, oh, I forgot. Oh, I just remembered. Ooh, child. I get so mad. I know this is a game. I know this is part of it. I get just really mad. I just want to go over there and smack him. Where's a window? Oh, I think for him I will throw him out a second story window though. Not a first. He wouldn't die probably. He'd probably get some broken bones though. He'd get really messed up. Where's the window? Create a window just to throw him out. He's like, no, I was already poisoned. Don't push me out a window, do. The poison was slipped into the cup after the tea had been poured. The normal way for poison to be administered, in my experience. Quite, otherwise it would be disastrous if the prisoner were to mix up the cups, for instance. But no poison bottle was found at the scene.
Because quite simply, the Nipponese took the bottle back to his own room. The absence of a vessel containing the poison only becomes problematic when considering suicide.
Ah, I knew that.
By now, it should be perfectly clear. A bar or two of cheap soap is wholly insufficient to wash the deep stains of guilt from the accused's hands.
Ah,
Sirs, madams, 'tis true that I, Shamspeare, be a common thief of gas. But, listen here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you're gonna show your true self for a sec? Wherefore would I lie? Verily, I have no cause. I have naught to lose.
oh, you have plenty to lose. You're still trying to save your butt from getting in in bigger trouble for murder.
Well, I do declare.
Thank you for your testimony, witness. Counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, my lord.
Okay. We're gonna press this right here.
Hold it!
Are you saying that you saw the moment when the poison was added to your tea?
To have witnessed the act and then drank the tea, thou dost describe the actions of a fool?
Quite so, quite so.
But no one likes going thirsty, do they? Sooner would I die quenched than parched, would I have the choice.
Actually, on the night in question, the water main was frozen, I believe, wasn't it?
Were it not for the tea, in sooth, I would sooner have died frozen than quenched or parched.
Alright, no ice coins means no heating.
The witness had more than one brush with death the night in question, it seems. Remind the court, Mr. Shamspeare, as to whether the accused drank any of the tea that he brought with him. With the greatest of pleasure, my liege.
Yeah, but you said the opposite before. But the teacup Mr. Natsume drank from was found completely empty at the scene. And let's not forget the defendant's maxim. Drink tea while it's hot.
I did gulp from the poisoned cup that night, and in mine agony did I writhe uncontrolled. In fits of pain, I did knock the fellow's cup, and its contents spilt as blood from a gaping wound, methinks. Though certainly 'twas after I had made the coins of ice from his tea. An upset cup was found on the table that the victim was slumped over. There is no contradiction here.
It's true, there was no tea left in either cup that we found at the scene. But still, something about this statement is troubling me.
Yes, of course, I know what it is. It's Mr. Natsume's wise drink tea while it's hot maxim, isn't it?
No, I'm not sure that's it.
Okay, so it's that statement that sticks out to her? I gotta look at the evidence.
Thank you, witness. Now reiterate for the court what it is that occupied you after your guests had left and before you drank your tea.
Let me go look at the evidence. Hold on. When you departed, I used that tea. Hold on. I'll be back.
So, it's been proven that there was no poison in Soseki-san's tea. That should be hugely in our favor. The atmosphere in this courtroom today.
It feels as though everybody's against us, Mr. Naruhodo.
It must be the Reaper's poison.
I'm afraid that if we don't find a significant flaw in this testimony somewhere, the jury will pounce and find Mr. Natsume guilty.
It really feels like we've jumped into the fire here.
Okay, hold on.
Drink a drop of his own drink.
The one with the green line around the rim was Mr. Natsume's. Let me... I guess we can look.
This is the teacup from which Mr. Natsume was drinking.
Yes, unlike the other one, the inside of the cup is completely clean.
I suppose he must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark.
He always gulp it down too.
Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, if you just sip it little by little, it goes cold.
Clearly I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea.
No tea ring on the inside of Mr. Natsume's cup. That's weird. No tea ring. That's suspicious, actually. I'm glad I looked at that now. His has a tea ring.
This must be the cup that Mr. Shamspeare was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside.
Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea.
Oh, really? I never noticed before.
You've never noticed?
Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down.
Yeah. Okay. So then that's proof, right? That if you gulp it down, then there's no ring. If you let it sit too long, then there's a ring. That's what they're saying. I see. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Drink tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it?
Oh dear. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese.
Interesting. Hold on. I think that's it then. About the tea ring. Okay.
Objection!
It's weird. It's a weird thing. It's kind of a weak argument, but I see where he's going with it. I mean, what else? Okay.
You claim that Mr. Natsume didn't drink a drop of tea on the night in question. But that's impossible.
How, chop logic? What is this, ye dark, ye clad, ye fiend?
the 2 teacups from the scene. One used by the victim, and the other by the defendant. Have a clear difference between them. One that represents incontrovertible proof. Incontrovertible.
What difference?
Look at the inside of the cups. Just here, there's a clearly visible ring.
Yes, a tea ring. Commonplace enough.
Indeed, such stains occur all too readily when one leaves tea in the cup for a while. And yet, Mr. Natsume's cup has no such ring.
I mean, that's frickin' to drink it. That's really hot. You're gonna like burn your throat. You know what I mean? Like to really gulp it all down like that, you would really have to hurt your mouth and lips and burn. Like, oh my god, I can't imagine.
But to leave it completely clean as a whistle with no residue at all is
Kind of like, come on now. Game logic.
There's no such ring. Good lord, you're right. It's completely clean.
And prithee, sir, what makest thou of it?
Exactly what Mr. Natsume told the court yesterday. The Japanese saying he quoted.
Drink tea while it's hot.
That's right. Yes. The jittery Mr. Natsume was true to his usual self that night, and drank his tea in no time.
Look at his eyes. That's a new one. That's a new face. My goodness, they really went all out for this man, didn't they? Love it. Oh, what the frick? I'm getting defeated for this BS, right? Oh.
If, as you claim in your testimony, he didn't touch a drop of his tea, a ring would have developed on the inside of his cup as well. After the several hours, the tea was left standing.
But,
In short, Mr. Shamspeare, you clearly lied to the court.
get thee to the nunnery! What the?
Objection!
He just wanted to say GTFO. As a rule, I fill my hollow chalice up to 7 times during any one trial. You waste it all the time, though. You throw it into the fire, you crush it in your hand, you throw the whole bottle into the audience. Like, bruh. You're such a waster. That makes me so mad. Like, I think Coco and a few other people know this, but I'm like a huge proponent of not wasting food. Like, it bugs the hell out of me. It really does. Like, I get it if you know, if you're full and about portions, like, if you happen to accidentally overserve or whatever, or you're sick, or you just don't like the food, that's one thing. But to over and over again purposely waste food and drink like that, Zieks, I feel like I need to throw you out a window. I'm gonna throw you like you throw your hollow chalice, okay? Like, you deserve to be thrown out a window as well. I'm gonna, like, this whole episode, Binks throwing people out windows. That's it. Throwing, judo throw. Just be throwing you people. I'm so fed up with y'all. I need to get stronger so I could just throw these people. I need to work out, man. I need to get fit. I want to get buff and throw people like it's nothing. That's my goal in life now. I want to throw people. I want to throw people! Yeah! That's my new passion! Who's with me? I need this. I need this, you guys. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. I need to become a martial artist. Yeah. Release the inner rage and anger inside of me. Oh, that would make me so happy. In another life, that would be me. God.
That would be so fun. 7 times during any one trial, sure.
You might want to keep that information to yourself.
Look! You just had it full! Where did it go? It just mysteriously vanished? Sure. Yet, on occasion, tedium distracts me and I pour more times than I intended until the bottle is dry.
Your drinking habits are fascinating, but irrelevant.
On the contrary, they illustrate the fickleness of human memory. To William Shamspeare. Yes, my liege. Though you previously stated that you made the coins of ice from the leftover tea in the accused's cup, could it be that you were perhaps mistaken? Huh? Could it be that, yes, perhaps there was some tea remaining in the small teapot left at the scene? A fact that had vanished from your memory until now.
Don't do that. That is freaking leading the witness. That is illegal, sir. You're putting words in his mouth and ideas in his head. That is such a freaking... Oh, that's such BS. Giving him the answer. Oh, objection. Like, come on, man.
Faith, my liege, thou art a magician. For verily, 'tis as though thou hast seen with thine own eyes that night.
What the frick?
Forsooth, I was mistook. I did plan to use tea from the Japanese fellow's cup, but lo, when I looked, 'twas empty. And thus did I use the dregs that festered in the teapot, as my liege did suggest.
Objection!
And you've just suddenly remembered now that you made a mistake before? Are we supposed to believe that?
Objection!
No, F you, Van Zieks. I'm so angry. You are going out the window with your little buddy over here. Second story window, both of you. Oh, if you keep this shit up, you're going out a third story window, sir. I don't even care if you... I might, because I don't want you to die, I might tell them to put something to cushion your fall so that you don't die. Okay? Just get very hurt. But still, I want you to hurt and suffer, because you're pissing me off big time now, sir. I'm making gestures that they can't see, because thankfully I'm not on camera. But I'm making a lot of angry gestures, like, you know? Because I'm Hispanic, I'm Latina, and that's what we do when we're really fed up. Oof. Oof. I'm getting real heated this episode. They're making me real mad, y'all. They're making me real mad.
People's memories are imperfect, my learned friend, which is why we rely on evidence instead. But in any case, it makes no difference. The victim's most recent testimony tells us 2 things of note. Firstly, that the poison was put into the victim's teacup only. And secondly, that the spoiled cup was not the source of the insipid ice coins that have bewitched this court.
The prosecution makes a fine summary of the facts.
No! You're dragging this shit out. I had it all figured out last episode. I was like, okay, we're gonna finish this real soon. But no, you're dragging this out. I hate you. I don't care how hot you are. You're making me really, really sad right now.
Furthermore, that testimony remains valid and in full support of the established facts. In other words,
Dramatic. There we go. The inconsistency claimed by the defense simply does not exist.
No! We had this in the bag. Come on, man.
What does this mean then?
I do declare it means there's no issue with the gas thief's testimony.
Apart from the bit about thieving gas, obviously. My lords, ladies, and gentlemen of the jury, I do solemnly swear, after I did dine at Grubb's Grubbery Alehouse that night, naught did pass my lips but the black tea given me by the Japanese, whose back bestoops as low as death.
And on what did you dine, sir?
If they're mentioning this grub house thing all of a sudden, I wonder if that's important.
Why, I did partake of my favourites, a broth as wouldst be called soup, and a leaf as wouldst be called salad. As insalubrious a menu as the establishment where it was served. But you gods will give us some faults to make us men. Willingly would I suffer what punishment is seen fit to serve a wicked thief of gas, but I pray ye wise and noble fellows never forget the simple truth. That be one thing, and this be another. Jurors, all your humble servant Shamspeare doth entreat you, punish the Japanese fellow for his sins. My lord! Oh, my lord. If I may speak, my lord.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Mr. Foreman.
Oh, I can't believe I'm still recording. I thought I wouldn't hang in there almost an hour, but I'm almost there.
I believe we may have been duped by that rotten defense lawyer.
Oh, come on!
By me?
I do declare you may be right.
We all know the wife there was making coins of ice to keep himself warm. But this lawyer lad says if he's stealing gas, he deserves a dose of poison, eh? He's been leading us up the garden path, that's what he's been doing.
I really never said anything like that.
But what we just heard from the victim there has opened our eyes again. We've reached a decision this time, and won't be swayed from it.
The court acknowledges the position of the jury foreman. And will duly hear the jury's findings.
Here we go.
What? No, you can't yet. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your decisions now.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
Yeah, here we go again.
I hereby declare the jury to be in one accord.
Oh, happy day!
Well, stop it.
How is this happening? My lord, the defense asserts its right to carry out a summation examination again. Very well, the court upholds the defense's right.
Typical. My learned friend is unable to accept the obvious truth.
I wonder. I'm scared. What will happen if we come to one of these and we can't flip them? Right? What will happen when we come to one and we can't convince them to change their vote? Oh crap. I don't think it's gonna happen in this case because we already know the future. I can see something like that happening in like case 4 or case 5. Ooh, that's scary. That's really scary. Ooh, scary. My learned friend is unable to accept obvious truth.
This trial will therefore enter its second summation examination immediately. Jurors, the court calls upon each of you to state the grounds upon which you find the defendant guilty of the crime of which he is charged.
All right, but of course, we will be doing that in the next episode. Ooh, wow. I didn't think I'd make it, but I did. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. That was crazy. I hope you're enjoying this. I really am. And I'm also pissed. I'm pissed, but I'm enjoying it. And I can't wait to just get this guy. I can't wait to get this guy. Anyway, until next time, hope you have a nice day. Goodbye.